Welcome back to BALLCAP Sports. We are doing a Toronto Blue Jays video, a ranking of the top 25 players on this year's team. I hope this doesn't ruffle too many feathers. Rankings usually do. There's a lot of disagreeing. I'm not putting this out there to try to have any sort of shock value or anything like that. This is a ranking that I truly believe is how the Jays players sort of rank heading into the season. If you disagree with any of my rankings, comment below. Let me know who you think should have gone where. Let me lay some ground rules. Not putting any of the top prospects in this. That'll be another conversation for another day. This is sort of our guys that have some significant time in the bigs and maybe were acquired in the offseason, things like that. That's who's going into this top 25. So that's that. So let's dive into it. We're going 25-1 to create a little drama and suspense. If you don't want drama and suspense, just, slide on through to the end. Starting at number 25, I'm going with Jacob Waguespack. He'll have a shot to make the rotation. Right now we got 3 or 4 new guys, depending on what happens with Yamaguchi. I know he's going to be starting to start spring training, but I got Waguespack in there. I think he will make enough starts to make a contribution to the team. Depending on how it goes between him and Thornton and some of these other guys, he may get the number 5 spot. So we'll see how it goes. Last year, 5 wins, 63 strikeouts, a 4.38 ERA, and a 1.33 WHIP. He's projected for 9 wins, 120 strikeouts, and 160 innings. Kind of a high ERA and a high WHIP based on Chandler's projections, 5.51 and 1.63. I think maybe that's a little bit lower, but Waguespack starts us off at number 25. Number 24, Wilmer Font, whether he ends up getting some bulk innings or opening some games. Hopefully we don't have to deal with that with all the starters that were added in the offseason. But I got Wilmer Font in there. I think he'll be a key piece in that bullpen. Last year, a 4.48 ERA, a 1.27 WHIP, 95 strikeouts, a K rate over 9, which is nice with a guy who's going to maybe focus more on the bullpen. This year, he's projected for 3 wins, 58 Ks and 58 innings, 4.59 ERA, 1.32 WHIP based on Chandler. I got Font 24th. Davis is number 23. Didn't get a lot of playing time last year, just 83 at-bats. 8 runs, 2 homers, 6 RBIs, 3 steals. I hope he gets some playing time this year. I don't know how much he will actually get. If he gets a lot of playing time, it's probably going to happen because of an injury, but we'll see how it goes. He does not have a projection in Chandler's ranking, so that's Anthony Davis, 23. Number 22 is Billy McKinney. Again, sort of like Davis, if he gets a lot of playing time, it's going to be because of injury. He'll be in a platoon role when he's not down at AAA. McKinney last year, 37 runs, 12 homers, 28 RBIs, and a 274 on-base percentage. Heading into 2020, he's projected for 29 runs, 9 homers, 27 RBIs. He's going to hit the same way, 226, 296, 428 slash line. So we'll see what happens with McKinney. He is number 22. Number 21, Anthony Bass. Last year, out of the bullpen, 2 wins, 5 saves, 43 strikeouts, a 3.56 ERA, and a 0.98 WHIP. Projected this year for a win, a couple of saves, right around a 9 K rate, a 3.86 ERA, 1.31. He will be a key component in this bullpen as well. Number 20 is Brandon Drury. So last year, 418 at-bats, kind of played everywhere, 43 runs, 15 homers, 41 RBI, a 262 on-base percentage. Is projected to have a down year, isn't projected to see as much playing time, basically. But 30 runs, 9 homers, 33 RBIs, 235, 293, 385. The problem with him is he just can't hit consistently. And with this year's team, he really doesn't have a stable position. So with all that in mind, we have Brandon Drury at 20. 19, Derek Fisher. And I'm putting Fisher ahead of McKinney because we just got Fisher last year in the trade. I think they know what they have with McKinney. They still want to figure out what they have with Fisher. So I put Fisher a little bit higher on this ranking. Last year, 7 homers, 17 RBIs, 5 steals, a 287 on-base percentage. Not a good on-base percentage. This year projected for 38 runs, 10 homers, 33 RBI, and a slash line at 222, 305, 371. Number 19, Derek Fisher. Number 18, I think we're going to see some Joe Panik this year. I think he makes the club out of spring training. I think he gives us an Eric Sogard and Freddie Galvis kind of season. Last year, in 438 at-bats, 50 runs, 5 homers, 39 RBI, 4 steals, and a 315 on-base percentage. This year projected by Ron Chandler, 27 runs, 3 homers, 20 RBIs, and a 260, 321, and 358 on-base percentage. I think he might be taking at-bats away from Brandon Drury. We'll see how that goes, but I think Panic does make the roster. Number 17, Reese McGuire. Last year, late call-up in very limited time, just 97 at-bats, 5 homers, 11 RBIs, a 346 on-base percentage. Showed a lot of promise, has that off-field issue to start spring training. We'll see how that works out, but I think things should work out for him. I have him 17th. He's projected for 11 homers and 33 RBIs and a 417 slugging. Number 16 is his counterpart behind the dish, Danny Jansen. Last year, got the bulk of the playing time, 347 at-bats, 41 runs, 13 home runs, 43 RBIs, disappointed with a 279 on-base percentage. This year, projected to push up a little bit, slash 241, 326, and 423 with 15 homers and 52 RBIs. It'd be nice to see him take a step in the right direction with the bat. He is number 16. Number 15, Trent Thornton. Last year, 6 wins, 149 strikeouts, 4.84 ERA, and a 1.41 whip. Projected for 7 wins, a 109 strikeout, and 131 inning performance. An ERA of 4.7, which would be an improvement, and a whip of 1.35, which would also be an improvement. So I have Trent Thornton, number 15. Number 14, new addition, Travis Shaw. Last year, struggled. 7 homers, 16 RBIs, and a 281 on-base percentage. Not good. Projected to bounce back with the 336 on-base percentage, 13 homers, and 40 RBIs with the Jays. Really just depends on how many at-bats he gets and if he takes time away from Rowdy Tellez. Number 13, this is where I'm putting Shun Yamaguchi. This is a gut call here. He could be in the rotation. He could be coming out of the bullpen. Either way, I think he'll be a key contributor. He was a good pitcher overseas. We'll see how he does with the Jays, but I've got him at number 13. Number 12, Rowdy Tellez. Last year, 21 homers, 54 RBIs, a 293 on-base percentage. He's got to improve in that area, and I think he will. He's projected for 29 home runs, 75 RBIs, and a slash line of 255, 324, and 498. He's projected to take a step forward. I think he takes a step forward. He's still young. I think we have an okay season from Rowdy Tellez, so I have him 12th. Number 11, last guy till we get to the top 10. I have 11, Chase Anderson. First year with the Jays, last year in Milwaukee, 8 wins, 124 strikeouts, a 4.21 ERA, and 1.27 whip. He's projected to win 9 games, strike out 138, and post a 4.16 and 1.31 whip with the Jays. Now we're in the top 10. Matt Shoemaker. So last year, 3 wins, injury-shortened season, 1.57 ERA, 0.87 whip. That's obviously not what he's going to do in more time in 2020, but he should still be a good arm in that rotation. He's projected by Sandler to bring in 6 wins, strike out 66 in 73 innings, so not get a full season. 3.74 ERA and a 1.22 whip. I think he'll be healthier longer than Chandler projected him to, so I've got him number 10. Number 9, Teoscar Hernandez. Last year, kind of an up-and-down season, but finished with 26 homers, 65 RBIs, a 306 on-base percentage in 417 at-bats. He is projected to hit 31 home runs, drive in 79, and slash 239, 307, and 500. So I've got number 9, Teoscar Hernandez. Number 8, Tanner Roark. Last year, between Cincinnati and Oakland, 10 wins, 158 strikeouts, a 4.35 ERA, and a 1.4 whip. Last few years, that ERA has been over 4, but he has shown that he can pitch to an ERA in the 3s and in the 2s. We'll see which one we get. Chandler has him projected for a 4.6 ERA, which isn't great. But 10 wins and 152 strikeouts for Tanner Roark. I have 8th. Number 7, I've got Randall Grichuk. Grichuk last year, 75 runs, 31 homers, 80 RBIs, and a 280 on-base percentage. This year, he's projected to have 75 runs, 31 home runs, 81 RBIs, so almost mirror numbers from year over year. And slash 248, 295, 489. So Randall Grichuk, I have 7th. All right, number 6, I have the closer Ken Giles. Last year, 23 saves, 83 strikeouts, an ERA of 1.87, and a whip of 1. One of the best years he's put together. He's projected for 30 saves, 79 strikeouts, and 58 innings, and a 2.82 ERA with 1.08 whip. So I have the closer Ken Giles, number 6. So now we're getting into the top 5. So it kind of depends on where your allegiances are between the young guys at this point. Number 5, I've got Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Last year in an injury-shortened season, 314 at-bats, 52 runs, 20 homers, 50 RBIs, and a 327 on-base percentage. He is projected to hit 26 home runs, drive in 74, 258, 297, 430 slash line. So we'll see how that improves. I think he could do a little bit better on that slash line, but that's where Chandler has him right now. So Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is number 5. Number 4, Cavan Biggio. Last year, 66 runs, 16 home runs, 48 RBIs, and 14 for 14 stealing bases. Posted an on-base percentage of 364, all in just 354 at-bats. 2020, he's projected for 82 runs, 23 homers, 79 runs batted in, and a slash line of 241, 365, 445 with 19 steals. Cavan Biggio, number 4. Number 3, Bo Bichette. Last year, missed the start of the season, missed the end of the season, but when he was in there, he was good. 196 at-bats, 32 runs, 11 homers, 21 RBIs, 4 steals, and a 358 on-base percentage. In a full season, Chandler has him projected for 84 runs, 25 homers, 67 RBIs, and a slash line of 275, 329, 507 with 24 steals. Bo Bichette, number 3. Number 2, Hyunjin Ryu. Last year, 14 wins, 163 strikeouts, a 2.32 ERA, and a 1.01 whip with the Dodgers. He was great. He was a big part of that Dodger run to the playoffs last year. In 2020, Ron Chandler has him projected for 13 wins, 159 strikeouts, a 3.19 ERA, and a 1.08 whip. Higher numbers than last year, not as many strikeouts, but still that kind of production would certainly be enough to be the ace of this staff. And number 1, he's the only guy left. It's the big guy, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 464 at-bats last year, 52 runs, 15 home runs, 69 RBIs, a 339 on-base percentage. Had a slow start to the season, but picked it up as the year went on. Projected by Ron Chandler for 2020, 69 runs, 22 homers, 81 RBI, and a slash line of 296, 362, 484. I think Vladimir Guerrero, worst case scenario, is in the top 50. I think if he has a big breakout season, he'll be in the top 25 with all of baseball. But here with the Jays, I've got him number 1. So that is my ranking, 25-1. Again, there's some guys like Pearson that we're leaving out because they're prospects. We haven't seen them yet. I'm going with just the guys that we know, some of the new additions. I know we don't know Yamaguchi, but he is a professional. He's pitched in professional baseball for a good enough amount of time for me to include him in this list. So that's my top 25 list for the Jays heading into the season. Let me know where you think some of these guys should fall. If you think I'm crazy on anybody, let's talk about it. Comment below and let me know. But that's going to do it for this episode of some Blue Jays content on the BALLCAP Sports channel. Keep an eye out. We're continuing the 2020 projections. If you're just watching this and you didn't see, about a month ago, we did 2020 projections for all of the Jays. So make sure you go back and check that out. I'll post a link to one of those at the end of this video for you to check. But enjoy. Hope you enjoy the content. Enjoy what we're doing moving forward. It's going to be, nothing but content. We're doing 2, 3, 4 videos a day. So stay close to the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Really appreciate the support we've gotten so far. And that's going to do it for this one. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll be back talking to you guys soon.